This piece of wood I'm gonna replace. It's all rotted and big piece missing. That one was installed smiley face. Always install your wood frowny face. Sheds water better. Anyway, so I'm gonna pour this in here. Wish the sprayer worked. Look at that. Clean. Look how green that is. Alright, so this is what that chlorine spot looks like after overnight. I think, so I think it works, but it doesn't save you from scrubbing. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to fill my sprayer up with chlorine. I'm going to spray this whole thing down, give it a good scrub and wash. We'll let it dry and then we'll stain it. Here's the other spot. Now this plank I definitely need to replace because it's in really bad shape. But look, this here was like as dirty as this and this. And it came pretty clean. So we've agreed that the premise works. Now we just need to put it into practice. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Ahdoit. I'm Jeremy. Thanks for stopping by. And this week, I'm trying out a bit of a DIY-ish deck cleaner. And I actually got the idea from this gentleman here, Marion Owens. If you are so inclined, go check out his videos. I think they're rather entertaining. In his video, he says to use a 50-50 mixture of chlorine to water, and it just so happens I do have some chlorine from my pool. We got it from Meyer in this 4-pack here, which is $20, making each bottle about $5 a piece. Bleach is even cheaper, and you would just need to dilute it further with more water. I use about a 50-50 mixture in this video. And then of course, these are the two cheapest deck cleaners that I found, which obviously were very similar prices to the chlorine. It does get more expensive from there. The most expensive one I found was around $40 by TimberTech. Alright, so the first thing I'm doing obviously is washing off the side steps. I'm going to try and spray out the cracks and crevices and get as much dirt and debris off with the hose as I possibly can. I'm also kind of spraying the area around the side steps as well. I don't want to kill the grass with too much chlorine, even though I'm diluting it 50-50 with water. Here's a little before shot. You can see how dirty, how much kind of biological material is starting to grow in there. It gets really slimy when it's wet as well. And then obviously so rotten that I actually stepped through it right there a couple of weeks ago. And then yesterday we made that vegetation killer with vinegar. And I'm about to put essentially bleach into here, and bleach and vinegar don't mix. It creates a poisonous gas, so it's always important put it on shower first, but to clean it out. So
you don't accidentally kill yourself. Although we are outside in a well-ventilated area, probably be minimal, but don't try this at home, I guess, without adult supervision. Clean out your stuff, I guess, okay? About half and half. It came out pretty good. Pretty good. Look at that.
A lot of videos and a lot of the instructions on a lot of the deck wash products that I researched said you didn't have to scrub any. However, as you guys saw and can see, the deck is, or my side steps here are really nasty. A lot of this wood isn't pressure treated wood either, so it's not in as great a shape as those woods would be. So I felt I needed to do a bit of scrubbing.
concentrate. Do a little bit of before and after. Holy moly! I mean, there's still some dark spots there, but that wood is right here is solid. That's good. We're gonna have to replace 6 planks, 4 on top. This one, obviously this one, and then I think the 2 end ones over here. This one is starting to rot right there, and then this front one is twisting up. So you can see, look, I can get my finger under there, so that's not good. But man, overall, holy moly, this thing was dirty. It looked like it was about to fall apart, and obviously when I stepped through that, I was like, holy crap, I am gonna have to replace this whole thing. But 6 planks, everything came really clean. Holy crap. So yeah, I'm gonna go to the store and get those planks, and I'll see you when I got them all in. I cleaned off pretty good. So I've been to the store. I got my replacement planks. Now what we're going to do is take these old ones off, put the new ones on, and we'll go from there. The only problem I see is these new planks, they are weather treated and they are super wet. And the waterproof doesn't recommend that you stain freshly pressure treated wood. So we'll have to square that somehow. Yeah. Alright, so let me give you guys a look, because you can kind of see in there right now. But This is the old landing. It was cement. It was deteriorating very badly. So one of the requirements when we purchased the house was to have this replaced somehow. So really quickly, my father-in-law built this landing with a couple of steps, and then a couple of years ago I attached the steps, so it's now like one big thing. And the plan is to eventually replace this concrete landing, steps and whatnot, but not yet. So I'm just going to repair this, and hopefully it'll last us a good while longer, and we'll get to this underneath when we can. So I'm actually kind of torn right now whether I should stain all this and then put the new planks on, or put the new planks on and stain what I can. I'm not sure. Think about that a little while longer. Further contemplation. I'm going to stain everything first and then put those planks in. So I won't be able to stain these planks, they're so wet. And yeah, it's not recommended. So kind of sucks, but we live with what we got, right? All right. Oh boy. That's nice. The only problem is, it doesn't fit. See? It does not fit. Guess what I could respace everything. Don't want to respace everything, but I could do that. At least the step fits nice. Oh boy. Alright, here is the semi-final product. Man. Replace those 4 rotten planks. I did have to rip this one because, as we saw, it was too wide. Anyway, replace those 3. So I was only going to do 2, but these planks are thinner than the ones I had previously, so I just replaced them all. And then, like I said, instructions on the Thompson's water seal says that to not seal wet, newly pressure treated wood. So, not sure how long we're going to let it dry out, but that's what we're going to do. We're going to let it dry out. And then later on in the summer, we'll stain it. Hopefully the shades won't be too, off. If they are, maybe I'll just do another coat. Kind of looks like I need to do another coat up front here. It doesn't look very thick or dark. Anyway, well, that's gonna do it for me. I appreciate you guys stopping by on this 92-degree day. If you made it this far into the video, please give me a thumbs up. If you're new around here, please hit the subscribe button. I really appreciate it. And if you're really feeling frisky, you can share on all your social media platforms. It really helps the channel grow. I really appreciate it. See you guys around.